All right, hello, hello, hello. Lakeisha McKnight is indeed here. Welcome to Leadership TKO, the night show via podcast. I'm excited to be here tonight. I know many of you are probably wondering what happened to 9 o'clock, Lakeisha. Well, we had to kind of shift it to 9:30 tonight simply because there was a class that I was hosting, and I wanted to make sure that I poured value into those participants, and so I wanted to make sure that I did that, and I jumped here to give you value as well on tonight during the podcast show. So what I'm going to be doing right now, before I even dive in to the topic at hand, I am going to share inside of our group. Okay, I am going to share in the group and let the members of a special group on Facebook know that I am live. So listen in now. And I'm actually posting this as I'm speaking with you. Feel free to share on your timeline and the respective groups as well. All right, so listen in now as I am live. All right, and even as some of you are listening in right now, as you're listening in live on this podcast tonight, go ahead on the little special chat little area. Let me know that you're listening in live, that you can hear me okay. And that just lets me know that we're all good, that we're squared away. So once you jump in live, just confirm your attendance that you are listening in live and we're well on our way. But I can tell you this, that Leadership TKO is a brand that's housed under a limited liability company based in Chesapeake, Virginia, entitled the International Leadership Education and Development Company, better known as iLead Company or LMBI, Lakeisha McKnight Brands International. And so we're going hard. The mission of Leadership TKO and the podcast and everything housed underneath it is to partner up with associations, with universities, with small businesses to build winning leaders. That's what we do with Leadership TKO. And I can tell you this, that with TKO standing for Truths That Have Kept the Overcomer, there are truths along various platforms, settings that are applicable. And that's what we're focusing in on with Leadership TKO. We talk about those truths and we highlight those inside of a book. And this book is actually going to be released in July. So you want to make sure you stay tuned because we have some great things in store for you when you get your copy of the book. There's going to be a course with it, and so we want you to get your hands on that course as well. So we're going to give you more information along the way. So stay tuned for that. But Leadership TKO is all about being true to who you are as a leader, and then growing from there. So leading yourself well and being able to thus be able to lead everyone outside of yourself effectively. So learn more about Leadership TKO by visiting the website, which is www.leadershiptko.com. But I do want to step back and I want to say thank you to each and every one of you who have been connected to this brand. I've, of course, did my updates to find out if there are any new countries that I've connected. I don't believe there's any new countries, but I've seen an increase in the number of listeners from each and every one of the countries that have been connected. So I've seen some of you from Norway, Sweden, from France, from Greece. I've seen some of you from the Philippines, some of you from China, the Virgin Islands, throughout Canada, the United States, South Africa, Africa in general. There are other countries in Africa that are listening in as well. So I just say thank you for being connected and share. Even if you're in the United Kingdom, Barbados, share this podcast with other women, business colleagues, friends, aunts, moms, grandmoms. Listen, everyone that you know, to get them plugged in. I'm normally here from Mondays to Fridays at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless there's something special going on, like what happened tonight. But nonetheless, I am here live and giving you this information and keeping you plugged in. So thank you so very much for doing that, for staying plugged in and staying connected. But you may have seen the topic. Okay, you've seen the topic at hand, and the topic is self-esteem. And how this really impacts women. This issue impacts women. And that's what we're going to talk about a little bit tonight. And I want to, of course, say thank you to Janine Harrod Brown for being plugged in. As always, that's my trooper right there. She's probably laughing right now. That's my trooper. Thank you so much, Janine, for being plugged in. I know, of course, we had some other guests throughout the week listening live, but I appreciate each and every one of you who do that, who do, of course, let me know, hey, Lakeisha, I'm listening in. That lets me know that you're tuning in. So even if you are a part of the Facebook group and you're connected as well, let me know that you're here listening in live. That's a good way to stay connected also. But I do want to tell you this. We had a great time. I know I talked about this earlier in the other episodes, but we did have a great time at the convention, and this is only the beginning. I had meetings with some of our leaders, a part of some of the subdivisions, and we're looking forward to putting on more seminars and more events. I've even been given an idea of having a book expo. Oh yes, it's about to get real, right? It's about to get real. So again, I mean, you just want to stay connected. You know, even if you're not an author, we can make you an author within 24, 48 hours. Seriously, we can do that. And so we're just having a lot of fun. We enjoy having a lot of fun. If you found, of course, this episode to be fun, you enjoyed listening to it so far, or at any point, hit the like button. There should be a heart next to the episode that's playing right now. And definitely hit that like button. That just lets us know that you enjoyed what you've heard. And leave comments as well. Even if you listen to this episode after it's been hosted live, always leave a comment. Let us know what you've enjoyed the most from the episode. Okay? But it was quite an experience at the convention this past weekend. And we're looking forward to meeting you in a city near you, right? Or perhaps in your city. You could be listening in right now. You're saying, well, Lakeisha, can you give me some training, leadership training? I can get to you. You're only but a plane flight away. Okay? It doesn't take much. But if you would love for leadership training to be brought to your church, your school, your college, your university, your association, LMBI, the iLead company, we can help you out. Okay? So just leave a message, a comment, and we'll definitely get back in contact with you. But I can tell you this, that with Leadership TKO, we do have several subdivisions. We have Leadership TKO for authors, Leadership TKO for speakers, Leadership TKO for marketers. In 2018, we're going to be releasing TKO for believers. And we also release TKO for women. That's right. At the end of February, early March of this year. And it sparked a campaign, a global women's leadership campaign. And I encourage you to learn more about the campaign. But first, let me tell you what the mission is. The mission is really twofold with the campaign. Number one is to really unify women, right? Sometimes we can have an issue with that, coming together and celebrating one another genuinely. And so this is what we're doing with the campaign. We're allowing women to come together to unite as a front and boldly declare that we are women and that we were born to lead. And if you are a female and you want to boldly declare to naysayers, right, to those who may be religious minded or too macho to believe that women can lead, if you want to declare to the world that we are possible, we can lead in any setting, I want you to connect with the campaign. Visit www.borntolead2017.com to get connected. Really simple. It will help you to become an official member of the campaign. What's going to happen is when you go to the website, you're going to be led to a questionnaire. Complete that questionnaire in 2 minutes. It's going to direct you to the Facebook group and request to join the group, and we'll let you in. It's just that simple. And it's a 2-minute process. Okay? There are women joining the campaign every single day, and there are leaders who want to help you and assist you. We have ambassadors. These are women who are leading several states to help to push the campaign forward. Well, you may be asking, well, Lakeisha, how long is this campaign? As long as God allows this campaign to propel forward, that's how long it's going to be. We definitely know it's going to last throughout 2017. But if God sees fit, as we're in prayer about the campaign, if he wants us to go beyond 2017, we'll continue to do that. But for right now, I can tell you that we're going to go throughout 2017. So again, born2lead2017.com is the website you want to go to. It doesn't matter what language you speak or country you're in or the color of your skin. Join the campaign, unite, lock arms with us so that we can boldly declare to the world that we have the ability, the innate ability to lead in our homes. Even if we're mothers and we're stay-at-home mothers, we have the ability to lead. Even if we're students, we have the ability to lead. Even if we're grandparents or elderly, you have the ability to lead. So let's declare this boldly to the world, despite what others may say, or what they may think, or what society thinks. But I do want to zero in on a topic that's of great concern that can impact our ability to connect as women. There are many issues out there. We talked about that yesterday that can prevent us from connecting. But there is one that I want to talk about tonight. And then we may talk about this for the rest of this week. And that is self-esteem. How you view yourself. The confidence, the way, the perspective in which you see yourself. You might be saying, well, Lakeisha, I need a more concrete definition of self-esteem. Okay? And I'm going to give it to you right now, just in case you're wanting it. Confidence in one's own worth or abilities. Self-respect. Ooh, that's big. That's big right there. Let me read that one more time. Confidence in one's own worth or abilities. Self-respect. Self-respect. Let me ask this question, and feel free to chime in. Do women respect themselves in 2017? That is a big question. Hey, Rika, thank you so much for tuning in as well. Do women respect themselves in 2017? That's the question. It's big. Do you respect yourself? How do you share with the world that you respect yourself? These are questions I want to ask you. I want you to answer them. Of course, I can't verbally hear you, but I want you to answer these to yourself. How much are you worth? Are you worth $100? $500? $1 million? $1 zillion? Trillion? Or are you priceless? Rika says, I don't think many women know what it means to respect themselves. Powerful. Powerful. Janine says they have lost respect for themselves because they depend on others to place value on them. Wow. Are you depending on others to place value on you? See, you need to define your own value. It starts with you. Why would you go to someone else who is created just like you to give you value? Wouldn't it make sense to go to the creator to find out how much it cost? Why would you go to something else that was created instead of going to the manufacturer of the created? This is the question that puzzles me every single time. It's like a phone going to another phone and saying, hey, I'm worth 200. You know, you're worth 100. Why would the phone, see, that phone wouldn't know anything about the other phone. How would that phone be able to give the other phone a price when they didn't make the phone? A phone can't make a phone. You have to go to the phone creator. So for a human being, we need to go to someone who is so intelligent to have created the human being. A human being can't create another human being. So why would I go to someone else who is also created to tell me how much I'm worth? See, Rika says because they don't know the creator. Do you know who made you? Some people like to go back to that Big Bang theory that they just poof out of the sky, just wham, just appeared, right? Did you just appear out of thin air? No. There had to be some type of intelligent way or intelligent being that helped to put you together the way that you are. There has to be a manufacturer. There are some of you, and of course I'm going to respect what you believe, that may think that there is no God. There's some of you that may believe that. But unfortunately, for this podcast and this brand, we do believe that there is a creator, that there is a higher being. And I'm going to tell you that the creator, God, the Most High, right? The Almighty God, El Shaddai, I can keep going. He is the one that has created you. He's fashioned you. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. And because of that, you don't have a price. You don't have a price. There is no dollar amount. There's no amount of money that a man can give you. There's no amount of money that another female can give you that can put a price tag on you. Now, it doesn't mean that you ought to allow all of that to go to your head and get puffed up and get too, be too much focused on yourself. We don't want you to do that. You have to have a healthy amount of pride. So you have to, in moderation, have that healthy pride to know. And see, some people miss it because if you don't read the book, you're not going to understand. Go to the manual to find out about the product. We are the product. You are the product. How do we find out about the product? We go to the book that talks about the product. And the book that talks about the product is the Bible. I'm not going to get off on a tangent, but I'm telling you that you're priceless. You're priceless. Hold that standard. Don't lower your standards. And when you realize that you're priceless and that your sister is priceless, that your sister was created by a higher being, the same being that created you. So you wouldn't be able to speak down towards your sister. You wouldn't be able to degrade your sister. You wouldn't be able to backstab your sister. You wouldn't be able to steal from your sister. Because she's just like you. Would you want to be stolen from? Would you want to be backstabbed? Would you want to be talked about? Lied on? So think about these things. Do to other people what you would have to be done to you. So you have to think about these things every single day. Self-esteem, confidence, it's confidence in one's own worth or abilities. Having respect. You don't respect yourself when you allow yourself to appear as if you're a 7-Eleven, open 24/7. But if you have, for example, when it comes to men, ladies, let's just talk about it for a minute. Respect yourself by the way that you dress. You dress in moderation. Doesn't mean, of course, you have to dress like grandma. You don't have to dress, where everything is covered up from the top of your neck all the way down to the bottom of your ankle, right? And we're not talking about that. We're talking about just doing things in moderation, not overkill. You can do overkill with your makeup. You can do overkill with your jewelry. You can do overkill with your clothes. It could be overkill across the board. That also doesn't show a lot of respect. When you overkill, it's just too much. right? Just too much. You can do overkill with perfume. Have you ever gone past people and it's just like, woo, whoa, did you spray the whole bottle? Is there anything left in the bottle? So respect yourself. And people will see, and they'll know when you have self-esteem, a higher level of self-esteem, healthy level of self-esteem. People can see it. And when you believe in yourself and you have confidence in yourself, then also it doesn't reveal insecurity. See, when you don't have self-esteem, you become insecure. That's like the opposite end of the spectrum. Low self-esteem produces insecurities. So when it's like, ooh, you afraid, ooh, I don't want my sister to get that, like that snatch and grab type of deal, where you secretly want your sister to fail because you're insecure with yourself, because you're not confident in your own abilities. I hope I'm not stepping on anybody's toes, but if I am, I'm going to pray for you, because that just means there's some things that still need to be worked on. You see, we're all in the process of becoming. We haven't fully arrived. And so these are just some things we need to work on. I'm no different from you. But what I'm sharing with you may be some truths. And there may be some things that need to be worked on with yourself. So let's just be honest with our own selves. If there are some things that we need to work on, let's go in our secret closet. Let's take that time, right, when you're by yourself and kind of work on you. If you're a spiritual person, you chatting with God, having that dialogue. Look, hey, God, this is me again. Lakeisha, listen, I'm having a bit of an issue. It depends on how you talk to God. Okay? And he hears you. If you are a believer, he hears the prayers of the righteous. I mean, I probably can, I don't want to get into a preaching moment, but this is the truth. I'm telling you the truth. I wouldn't tell you anything that I wouldn't share with anybody else, that I wouldn't share with my kids. And many of you who know me, of course, with a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old, I probably wouldn't be sharing it this way. But you really have to have, that healthy self-esteem. So hopefully you've gathered some things from this episode tonight. I know I kind of went on. I went in a little bit tonight. I did. I get it. But I felt like it was really important. And we're going to talk about this a bit more inside of our group on Facebook. Again, connect with the campaign. If you're not connected, please get connected. Please get connected. The time is now. BornToLead2017.com. If you are a female and you believe you have the innate ability to lead, get connected with the campaign. www.borntolead2017.com is how you get connected. Now, if you want to learn about the entire campaign and all of the elements that we have going on, including the book, the reality show, the conferences and events, as well as the upcoming virtual play, I recommend for you to visit www.leadershiptkoforwomen.com. Okay? www.leadershiptkoforwomen.com. Yeah. So I can't wait, of course, to connect with you even more so inside of the group. We have an interview coming up with the Global Reality Show. And, of course, guess who's being interviewed? Yours truly. Yes, I'm being interviewed tomorrow at 9:00 p.m. And it is going to be live on the podcast, so you're going to hear it. We're going to make sure that the podcast is up and that you're able to listen to it live. But guess who the interviewer is going to be? It's going to be you. So if you get connected to the campaign, you'll be able to ask me questions via the video, and you'll be able to see my face because you're going to get the video link. So definitely get connected. BornToLead2017.com. We're going to get you connected inside of the group, and then you'll be able to access the link for the video conference that's taking place tomorrow at 9:00. Okay? So again, thank you so much for listening in tonight during the podcast episode. I'm excited because we do have some new things that's going to be coming up. We're going to be actually allowing co-hosts to be a part of the Leadership TKO radio station. We have some slots that are open that people, women If they want to have a segment, right, where some of their information is shared on the station, because I can run this 24/7. So we can get you plugged in. Oh, yeah, we can get you plugged in. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more, probably inside of the campaign group on Facebook. But until tomorrow, we're going to be coming back tomorrow at 9. But until then, remember to think, speak, and live leadership. God bless you all, and take care.